Today's a special one. Today is Aeropress. We're talking about Aeropress Coffee. This is one of my favorite methods simply because of its simplicity. It's great for a single person, it's great if you're lonely, it's great if you don't have any friends and need to make any Chemex for anyone. It's just a great way to brew coffee. So today, we're going to be going over that. For those of you that just want your ratios and to get out of here, we're going to lay that down really quick for you so you can grab those and go. Okay, so we're going to start out with 17 grams of coffee, and we're going to do a short blooming process of 30 grams for 15 seconds. Once you hit that, you're going to slow pour all the way up to 272 grams, and then press for 30 seconds, ending at a total of 1:30 for this brew process. If that doesn't make much sense to you, that's okay. Dude, these socks, relax, take a chill pill. We're gonna walk through it step by step in how to brew Aeropress Sterling. What do I need to make a beverage that is so tasty my friends will wonder how I did it? Today what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a scale, you're gonna need an Aeropress, and most importantly you're gonna need coffee. Oh, it's a flat bag. 2 Rivers, boom. This is the coffee that I drink. It is delicious, it is fantastic. I want this to spin and land right. 2 Rivers reached out to me from my last video, and they had asked if they could provide a discount for you guys. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, this is a ploy, but actually, I don't benefit from this. So what they're doing is offering 20% off for your first 5 bags in their subscription service. This is, with that discount, it's cheaper than pretty much anything you can get, even at your local grocery store, and it is like 1,000,000 times better. This is literally what I drink. So I highly recommend checking that out. Link is in the description. Discount code is Sterling20. I'm going to use my own discount code because leave that up to you. Do that if you want. As well as they're giving away a full setup of what we are brewing today, which is Aeropress scale and a bag of coffee so that you can get started. If you want to enter that, leave a comment below. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be nice. You can just type a bunch of letters. I just need your name so that I can have something to draw for. Let's get started brewing. It worked! I did not think that would work. So today, we have our Aeropress here. We have our scale. It is right here. First thing we're going to do in this process is weigh out our coffee. So, I'm using 2 Rivers like you already know. This is the best coffee in the world. That's probably not necessarily true, but that's what I like to drink. So, 17 grams of coffee. Nice and simple. Nothing too crazy. Next step, we're going to grind it. In this case, with Aeropress, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. You can do Aeropress the normal way, like this. You can do it inverted as the brewing process. That's going to be a little bit more like a French press. And you can actually also do cold brew, which we might tackle on another day. But today, well, we're going normal. So with that in mind, we're going to grind it a little on the fine side. It is done. If you're going to do inverted method, you're going to want to go a little more on the coarse side because that's going to a little bit more replicate a French press since it's just soaking. In this case, we're relying a little more on pressure, which means we're going to go a little more on the fine side to make sure that extraction is even and not over or underdone. So, next thing we're going to do, grab your Aeropress filter thingy, place the filter inside it, and we're going to wet it down. What this does is make sure we don't get any of that bleach paper taste in our coffee, as well as, where's my cup, here it is, as well as making sure our vessel is heated up. I use that word because it is twice as fancy as most words. We're going to wet this down and make sure, ooh, if I drop that in there, that'd be so hard to get out. Go ahead and tare your scale, set this up, place the filter on the bottom of the Aeropress, and set that on top of your cup. Step number next, go ahead and just dump the coffee in the top there. Good rule of thumb for the blooming process is to go ahead and double the amount of coffee you use in water for your bloom. So in this case, we're looking at 17 grams of coffee, which means we're going to use about 34 grams for our bloom, and we're going to do that for 15 seconds. Simply, I'm not going to let it bloom for too long. We talked about that last time where we're letting the carbon dioxide out before we saturate the coffee completely, allowing us to push. Science! We're going to go ahead and pour up to 34 grams for 15 seconds. Go ahead and tare your scale to 0, and we're going to start this blooming process. So go ahead and start the timer, and you're going to pour straight to 34 grams of coffee. This doesn't have to be exactly 34, but that's your aim. Ooh! I nailed it though. 15 seconds, and now I'm going to go straight up to 272 grams here. I like to spin the Aeropress a little bit to make sure that I'm saturating everything. In this case, I'm not too careful about being subtle. Because of the shape of Aeropress, I'm not really able to do that anyways, so a hard pour is fine. We're not going to worry too much about it. Getting close here. Once you get close to the top, take your hand off so it doesn't mess with the scale. And 270. 2. Okay, cool. Now that we've hit this point, we're just going to leave it sit until we hit a minute. Go ahead and take it off the scale, and you're going to just keep an eye on your timer because you don't want to push on the scale because that's bad. So we're getting right to about a minute here, and we're going to go ahead and plunge our coffee carefully. Now you don't want to use a ton of weight when you're doing this. Good rule of thumb is to just use the weight of your hands, unless that's not working at all, and just kind of press, and you want to end the press at about 30 seconds. As you reach the bottom of the coffee, you're going to hear a hissing sound. Once you hear that, that's how you know it's over. Game over once you hear the hiss. Pressing slowly here, keep an eye on the time, trying to hit right around a minute 30, but I'm going to miss it a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. Now listen for the hissing sound. There, once we hear that, that's when you want to stop your press so you don't over extract this coffee. And then next, rinse the thingy out, okay? You be a good boy, be a good human. Rinse out your item. Put it away. Clean. So much fun. Before you taste it, the first thing you're going to want to do is drink a glass of water. Because it is easy to get deep. Drink a glass of water, man. Don't get dehydrated because you're so into coffee. I have that problem. So I'm going to drink a glass of water first. I feel weird. Like I said, this used to be my go-to method for college just because it makes one 8-ounce cup. It's simple. You don't have to go crazy. You're not messing with Chemexes and espresso machines and milk. I feel like I forgot something. What did I forget? I don't know. He does not. Okay. Okay. Good.